Hello, dear listeners. Do you enjoy playing video games with your best friends? Then I have the pod for you. I'm Philip, host of the Gaming Together, a cooperative podcast. Each week, my co-host Nave and I break down a cooperative experience in gaming, and we are always looking for new co-op partners to join us. So come play with us on the Gaming Together podcast.
So I'm standing over this toilet taking a piss and I'm playing my Pokemon and I dropped it in the toilet. I remember the Game Boy just tumbling into water. And I remember screaming for my mom, trying to get this Game Boy
Wait,
out.
how old were you?
And she yelled at me. And
Oh
I was
my
just,
god.
like, traumatized. I was like, no, my Pokemon.
That's Gaming Together, a cooperative podcast. Come on down, co-op partners.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ItJustWorksPodcast. I am your host, Ryan. Thank you for joining us today as we are taking another look back at an amazing game that came out this generation. And yes, you guessed it. I'm just kidding. You didn't guess it, but you should have, because it's a game that everyone in the world should love. We are talking about Rocket League today. And joining me today, I have Eric, the casual gamer, and you'll hear from him in a bit. But I wanted to remind you the show is sponsored by Forever Grips Gaming Accessories. There will be a link in the description so you can go check out their merchandise. And if you use our promo code ItJustWorksPod in all caps, you will get 15% off your purchase. And it supports the show, guys. So go check them out. Show them some love. It means a lot to me that you listen to this show. Thank you again for your support. I'm excited for some future episodes to come out besides these two that we are recording today. And I think that's it. So let's just get to it. Cue that intro. Hello everyone, and welcome into the show. Today we're going to be looking back at Rocket League, and what better way to do this episode than have the casual gamer Eric here. Eric, say hello to everybody.
Hey everybody.
So yeah, me and Eric play Rocket League quite a bit. Not recently, but we've been playing it for a few years now. Eric.
Speak for yourself, Ryan. I was playing it last night.
He still sucks though. So.
I don't suck. I'm just not as good as everybody.
So aside from talking about your level of skill at Rocket League, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Ryan.
Yeah?
Yeah, thanks for having me today.
I'm so happy you're on the show.
I'm so happy that I can contribute to this.
So before we talk about our experiences with Rocket League, I wanted to say that the game originally came out on PC and PS4 July 4th, 2015. And then it later came out on Xbox the February 17th of 2016. And then Nintendo Switch, November 14th in 2017. Every version of the game on the consoles has an exclusive vehicle. So the Xbox One has the Halo Warthog and the Gears of War Armadillo. And then the PlayStation 4 copy has the Twisted Metal Clown car. And the Nintendo Switch version has Samus's spaceship and then a Mario and Luigi car. The game went on to sell over 10 million units and has 40 million registered players by 2018. I'm pretty sure that number is almost doubled by now, but I couldn't find any numbers on it. I played Rocket League immediately when it came out. I heard about it, and I saw gameplay of it on the computers, but I bought it when it came out on the Xbox, obviously because of the Warthog. I remember cheesing my way through a quick match against AI, like a tournament, just to unlock the Warthog. The game is very fun. It's literally rocket cars and you're playing soccer. It may not sound interesting, but the game itself is pretty great. Do you remember what year you bought the game? Because you didn't...
I remember that it came out and you had it and tried to get me to play it, and I thought it was stupid.
Yeah, you were kind of against it for a while.
I don't know why.
I think you were against it for literally 6 months, because I think you bought it...
I don't know. It might have been longer.
Yeah, I think it might have been a whole year.
Yeah.
Because even Jarrett was against it too.
Yeah, true. But it's... I don't remember how or what happened, and I changed my mind and started playing it, and I was just like, wow, it's just a lot of fun. I mean, the game itself, even though I'm not that great, I still have a good time, even when I'm watching people fly around and I'm looking up at the ball, and it just gets knocked out of my view, and because everybody else is better than me. But the game itself, it was free on the Game Pass, and it's now free because of the acquisition. Who got it?
Epic Games. Epic Games bought it last year.
Yeah, and
made it free to play.
It's just a lot of fun. I mean, it's a real, like I think you said, or we've talked about it numerous times, that it's just a real nice cool down game after you suck at everything else. You can suck a little bit more at that, but at least it's fun.
Let me tell you, he sucks really bad.
Whatever. And, I do all right without you.
Yeah, I think you probably do.
But, no, I mean, the cosmetics are cool. The toppers I don't really care for, but mostly everything else. I mean, the paint. I mean, they let you do a lot of things in that. There's a lot of different cars. There's a lot of different cosmetics. I know you have to pay for some of the stuff, which kind of sucks.
But most of it's cheap anyways.
Right, most of it's
cheap. I don't know about the store now, the premium store isn't cheap, but that's your typical free-to-play monetization.
Right.
So one of the first things I wanted to talk about is all the crossover stuff they had. So one of the very first crossover DLC they made for the game, I'm pretty sure it's the very first, is the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Super fucking badass. They brought the sound effects, everything about the vehicle is the same. If you blow up, you have the fire trail from when you're hitting 88 miles per hour and you time travel.
Oh yeah, it was super smart. Super cool.
I would say that's probably the most appealing part of Rocket League, aside from its own gameplay, is just all the crossovers they had with Halo, Gears. They had the Batman DLCs with the Batmobiles,
Ghostbusters,
Hot Wheels, Ghostbusters, Knight Rider.
Yeah, they have cool events for seasons and stuff too. But yeah, having the different cars definitely makes it. I mean, just adds more to it.
Yeah, and I think that made the game really stand out too. Is that these crossovers actually happen? Like they have the Jurassic Park one.
Oh yeah.
Until this day, I still have the T-Rex roar as my goal. So if I score a goal, the T-Rex roars into the fire out of the goal and like as a fire. It's super badass, and it never gets old.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
So that's like a testament to the game itself, too,
Yeah, and then they have the Hot Wheels cars that they
did the Hot Wheels cars.
Packs, but yeah, I mean, it's
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, that too. Forgot about that.
They just did a lot of cool DLC cars. The season passes, even though they were never personally for me, I feel like they always had enough stuff to unlock that made it feel like it was worth your money. The holiday game modes are super cool. You could play hockey. They got a game mode, Drop Shot, where the level starts falling apart and you have to score it with the ball. I just think the game is really good. It's appealing. It's got an appeal for everybody. Anyone can play it. Anyone can get good at it, but it's really hard to master. And I think that's like part of the appeal of the game too. Is like you can jump into it and have fun right away. But getting good and actually boosting and gliding across the level with a ball to score it is extremely hard to do. Maybe even being a goalie, when you're going up against somebody like that, you think you got them, but then they dribble around you and make you look stupid, which happens to all of us, especially Jarrett. Shout out to Jarrett. He sucks at this game.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah, he's really bad.
No, but that's just it. It is a lot of fun. I mean, even when Jarrett's on your team, he's the worst, and they score a goal, and you're like, where was Jarrett? He's all the way in the corner trying to get boost for some reason. It's not like he's going to use it.
Yeah, I think, they just did such a good job of the gameplay of this game. It feels good right when you pick up the controller and you start playing. It feels natural to just pick it up and boost and glide if you can. And it made soccer interesting. Soccer is kind of a shitty sport, so when you're playing it with rocket cars, it's a lot more interesting.
Yeah, dude, it's just straight car soccer.
Straight up car soccer, and even the esports for the game is really fun to watch because people are gliding.
They're really good.
Yeah, I really suck at this game, but it's like Eric said earlier, which is something I said, is just like it's the best way to relax at the end of the night. If you've been playing a bunch of serious games, and it's not that this game isn't serious, but it's definitely a good way to wind down before you get off, as you can pretty much have fun almost guaranteed unless you have shitty random teammates, because they suck.
Yeah, I mean, and then the other thing too is all the matchmaking online, but you can do 1v1, duos, trios, chaos, which is 4v4. And then all like you were talking about earlier,
Drop shot, the hockey
all the
game
different
mode,
exactly.
Rumble. What is
It's
it?
just a really good, rounded out game that offers a lot of stuff for the player. I mean,
It offers a lot of the same, but enough of it is changed up to where you're like, oh, I actually really enjoy
Right.
playing this. Like Drop Shot, all they did was make the level around you fall apart, and that's how you score a goal. The hockey one, they literally turned it in from a soccer field into a hockey rink, and you can just slide the goal in, the hockey puck. They had basketball too. They had hoops. I forgot about that.
They did.
Hoops sucks. I don't like it. I really, really fucking hate it.
Because you're really, really bad at it.
A little bit. They let you have clubs. You can have clans. You can play with your clans. So if you get matched up with another one, you guys actually go with your team colors, and it just looks really cool. It feels like you're in not a serious match, but you kind of take it serious. Our club is supposed to be called the Pigeon Squad, but I guess I'm dyslexic because I put Penguin Squad. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's all right though, because we had pigeon toppers.
We
on
have
the cars.
Pigeon Toppers, but the club name is Penguin Squad. So
Yeah, and then
that'll
I
show
don't
'em.
remember what it actually had a game prior to it that was literally sort of the same thing.
like an actual video game.
Yeah,
Like what?
it was literally the same thing, just previously on PS2.
Yeah, Twisted Metal.
No, you didn't know that?
I don't remember.
Young Jamie, look it up.
Young Jamie, look it up. Yeah, right.
No, but yeah, there was a game. I can't think of what it is, but it was literally the same. Psyonix, I think, made it too. The game of prior to.
Yeah, sorry guys. The podcast isn't filthy rich. I don't have a Young Jamie on deck to research this as I'm talking about it. But one of the reasons why, I'm doing a looking back episode for Rocket League is I just think it really stands out as one of the best games that came out in this current generation, and it's going to continue to improve with the new generation of consoles coming out. I would say as far as new IPs in this last generation, I would say it's right there with Titanfall as one of the best to come out. Like I said, it's fun for everybody and everyone can get involved, and it's really fun to play, and it just never gets old. So, Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars. Jesus, what a name. It was on the PlayStation 3. Is it made by Psyonix?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of weird. But it does explain why Rocket League came out on PlayStation 4 first. They already built that relationship with Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you don't like about Rocket League? So what's your favorite thing, and what's your least favorite thing? My favorite thing is the crossover stuff. I just think...
Yeah, I think the cars, the crossover stuff.
Mind you, the DLC, so like the DeLorean real quick before he continues, is like $2. The Batmobiles are like between $1 or $2. Like they weren't stingy about their
That's
pricing.
kind of my best and my favorite and kind of the worst thing is they offer the cars, which is great, $2 or whatever, $5 like max or whatever, but some of the other cosmetics like the goal explosions, they're expensive, dude. And then some of the cars, the pack
in-game
cars,
currency.
Yeah.
Well, that's where they make their money though.
I know, but
It's
still.
it's like a double-edged sword because when the game came out, it was only $20. It's never
Yeah.
been an expensive game either, so
Yeah.
they had to make their money back somehow.
It's nice that it's easy to play on virtually almost everything because I have it on
we have
Switch.
it on the Switch.
Yeah,
It's a little
I think it's easy.
weird.
I like it. I think it's easy.
Took me a while to get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite thing is just it's just fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to play. It's fun, and even though I'm not the greatest at it, I enjoy playing it.
Oh shit! Well, before we go into like what we don't like about the game, which is difficult because I'm sitting here trying to think about something I don't like, and it's really hard. But one of the best things about the game is the fucking soundtrack with Monster Cat and all of their artists. How have we not talked
How
about
did
that
we
yet?
not talk? Because that is
Wow.
that actually. Now that you bring that up,
That's
I don't know
probably
how I
better than the
forgot.
crossover
That
stuff.
is the best.
And then, so everybody, we've been playing this game for like 2.5 to 3 years. I bought this game when it came out at launch, so 3 years for me. And I just found out in the last 3 months that you can have background music on while you're fucking playing in the match, and I feel like a dumbass because let me tell you, it changed the entire game. Like, it made it feel like a new game, right?
Yeah.
Like, and they have, you can choose the playlists, so, like, they come out with certain albums or EPs. You know, Monster Cat just is a collaboration among several artists. And I think it's Rocket League crossover with Monster Cat volume, like, 2019. Go check it out. If you have the game and you haven't listened to it, I think that's the best collection of songs they have to offer, but you can pick and choose what songs you want to listen to, certain playlists, or you can listen to every song that ever came out since the game originally launched. And you can fucking listen to it while you're playing.
Yeah.
And that's probably the best part about the fucking game.
Yeah, that is the best part.
And then crossovers is a solid second, but is there anything like you don't like or would change? So like maybe you don't hate it, but you're like, oh, I would probably change this. First, personally for me, I would change the battle pass, their little season passes. I don't think they're that interesting. Because the car, they have a featured car for every season pass,
right.
But it's always the same fucking car with like a few attachments. And I think that's kind of like lazy. I think it's lazy.
Yeah.
But once again, the game only costs $20. Now it's free to play. If you have, actually, it just came out of Game Pass because it's free to play. So for across all boards, it's a free to play game. So mind you, we're talking about when you have to pay for the game. The season pass, I believe, is like $10 for the premium pass.
I don't remember.
Pretty sure it's $10. It's like the normal fee for premium passes these days. I say it's lazy because you could probably come up with better vehicles, or you can take existing vehicles like the most commonly used one like Octane, and maybe give it attachments that it doesn't have.
Yeah, that could be something they changed. But yeah, I don't think there's anything I really like hate about the game.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Like, I'm thinking about everything. You know, the AI battles, if you want to play with your friends, are fun.
Yeah.
Custom matches are fun. Online play is damn near flawless. I would say the skill gap is very on point. Very rarely
For the most part.
Very rarely do we play a match where we get fucking demolished by a squad who's gliding the second they load in.
Yeah. The matchmaking's definitely pretty much always on point.
Yeah, I don't think...
I really don't think... And that's what makes it one of my favorite games ever. I always have a good time when I'm playing it. The only thing, I mean, I feel like they were pretty consistent on the DLC. And then in the last maybe year, they just haven't... I mean, maybe they just used up all the cars, but I feel like there's enough iconic vehicles in the world and entertainment that they could, use.
I would say that the Epic acquisition definitely shows. With Epic Studios, because that's when everything's changed. Like there has been a massive decline in crossovers. I mean, they got technically I guess there isn't. They have a Fortnite event that's about to start, and you can get a stupid llama from Fortnite.
Well, yeah, that's already going on.
Oh, and the bus too.
You got the bus, yeah.
Which you can do that right now, ladies and gentlemen. But
correct. A lot of people have the bus. And
they're really good at seasonal events, Christmas, Easter, Chinese New Year, Halloween. I don't think we give them enough credit for those too, though.
Yeah.
You can earn the ribbons or tickets, and you can get golden eggs. You can get different wheels. I don't know. I think it's just the season pass. Like, I haven't bought one season pass. Maybe one. When we were playing it very consistently.
I don't think I have either.
Jarrett used to buy them. I don't think he's ever finished them. Like I finish every Apex season pass. I'm trying to finish the Master Chief Collection ones. I would just say, that's probably my only critique for them, is they need to work on coming up with maybe better premium items. I don't know. I know they focus a lot on the shop now, because the last couple of times we've been on it, I look at the shop and they got a lot of stuff in there, but it's kind of expensive. And I know they're free to play and they got to make their money back, especially since they've been working on this game for so long. But I'd say that's it. Would you rather them make a sequel or just keep updating this one?
I think they just keep updating. I don't know what they would make for a sequel realistically.
Maybe like different game modes. Maybe
they could just update this one.
Maybe they actually add a rocket race. Like go full Mario Kart as a game mode.
Yeah, that could be cool. I don't think
Mortal
they
Kombat
need to.
did it.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, they did, dude. That was horrible.
Mortal Kombat. What?
Didn't they have huge heads?
Yeah.
No, that was stupid.
Oh, I thought it was.
It was like GoldenEye big head mode
Yeah.
on a little go kart.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like Scorpion had like a spear and stuff. And
Yeah, no. We don't need that.
Anyways, before we continue to get off track, I think that would be cool though if they updated the textures and graphics with the new consoles. Maybe added some more game modes that haven't been seen yet. I think racing these cars though on a track would be really fucking cool. Think of like Star Wars Pod Racer where the tracks were just insane. And think about this, if you just had boost and you were just boosting the whole time, and then like every now and then there'd be some abilities to fuck up your opponents.
Yeah, but I mean that's not what Rocket League is. I mean if they're gonna do that, they could just make a whole different game. That's what I think. I think Rocket League is basically car soccer, and that's what they need to leave it as.
I guess you could say the glass is half empty for Eric, because, you know...
Well, I'm just saying.
I can just add that as an update.
Yeah, they could. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Okay.
I mean, even the season pass, if that's the worst thing, like, okay.
Well, that's what's crazy to me, is, like, I really can't think of anything else, because they were the first game besides Minecraft... I don't know who was first to do full-fledged crossplay as well.
Mm.
So you can play with your friends across all devices, and it works, flawlessly. Yeah, this game pretty much has it all, man.
Yeah.
It's.
I don't know why it took me so long to check it out, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah, I think Rocket League is definitely one of the games that stands out the most this generation, and. I think it definitely shows in the numbers and the amount of people playing it. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know what else to really say about it because the game doesn't have very many issues at all. When there's a lot of latency, and there's lag in the matches, they try to get it situated. I don't know if they do it anymore, but didn't they pause a match if the lag was too bad for the lobby? Or when they restart it or something? I feel like they used to do that.
I don't think so. I can't think of a time where that happened to me.
Mm.
I mean, I've had a little bit of issue, but I don't remember anything being paused or stopped or.
The game never really crashes.
No.
I can't think of any time where it crashed. The only other thing I could say that they need to work on is the party system. Sometimes if you start a party and I sent you an invite, I can't send you another one.
Yeah, for some reason.
I can't send you another one, and you have to restart the game sometimes.
Right.
But these are like extremely minor critiques. We're just trying to find something to critique because not every game is perfect. But now that I think about it, Rocket League is about as close as you're probably going to get. So yeah, that's Rocket League, man. I really, it's pretty easy to talk about it because it's a small game though. At its core, it's not like it's a fucking massive open world game that takes like 100 hours to beat. There's really that you can beat aspects of Rocket League, but ultimately the goal is just to have fun and play with your friends, meet new people, play with them. It's very easy to party up with people if you do good in a match. You can chat with each other.
I was going to say, party chat's pretty cool.
The party chat's cool.
Quick chat.
The quick chat's very cool. You got the toggle camera for the ball. What's funny is talking shit.
Well, it's funny because of the quick chat. Like, you can take a couple things different ways.
Yeah, so what a save
wow.
if someone on the opposing team completely misses the ball when you take your shot and you score a goal and everyone's like, what a save, and everyone's like, damn, dude, that's fucked up.
That happened to me yesterday.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised.
No, don't be.
Was it a ball that was just high enough to where you don't know how to glide to it?
No, it was just, I saw the ball coming and I was in the goal and I was just looking at it and I didn't even touch my controller.
That's one of my favorite things about watching Jarrett play this game. I wish he was here, everyone, because you get a kick out of it. But this dude, a ball will go near him and he's like, I just wanted to see what they were going to do. And it's like, no, hit the damn ball, dude. Yeah. Or he'd be hiding in the goal like fucking Spider-Man on a wall. And then the ball would, they would score the goal. And it's like, Jarrett, what are you doing, dude?
He's just up there hanging out watching.
Yeah, he's just waiting for the moment to strike, but apparently he doesn't know when it's a good moment.
There's very little moments of striking for him.
Yeah, let's just say Jarrett's so useless that half the time he doesn't earn experience. But honestly, that's it for me on Rocket League. I really do believe it's one of the best games that came out this current generation, so hats off to you, Psyonix. you guys did a stellar job with the game. I'm excited to see anything that comes next, major for it. Eric, is there anything else you want to say for Rocket League?
Nah, man, just pick it up, check it out if you haven't. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have, but like I said, it's one of my favorite games that's ever come out. I'd give it a 9.2.
I'd give it a 9. I'll give it exactly a 9 out of 10. The game is great, everyone. Please check it out. Once again, it is free to play, so there's literally no excuse if you haven't done so yet. Check out the music from Monster Cat, all the crossover DLC. Go support them. These guys work the whole crew works very hard on the game, and I would say it's worth your time. So yeah, that's it for the It Just Works podcast. I'm your host Ryan, and thank you guys for listening to the show. Eric, you want to say anything else before we go?
No, one real quick side note is if you guys play, you enjoy the music. Everything is on Apple Music, and I'm sure Spotify. I don't use Spotify.
Oh, yeah. So if
you can definitely bump that in the car.
Yeah, real quick. If you like the music, please go check it out on all platforms. Go support the artist because they put a lot of effort into their music, and it's pretty goddamn good. So, yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Later.